my spiritual journey then started with, actually, I believe in energy. I understood a lot of teachings by Buddha. I started to open my mind that there is more and we are connected. And it was just that one little thing, that we are connected, but there's no religion and there's no... What I want to do. Essentially, I want to heal people and help them find their true potential. And that's not just through counselling. Counselling's probably what's opened my mind even more, to be quite honest. I think all the self-awareness work has really helped open up my mind. But I want to help people help themselves, and I think maybe that's what I'm here to do.
Hello, welcome to Unite Planet. This is a different kind of program. It's kind of more of a, I suppose, a short introduction, which is all part of what I'll be doing here, because we have a new member. Any of you who have seen the recent interview with Sarah Janes was probably already aware we've got a new member of Unite Planet team, and she's here right now. We're going to welcome her on. It's Nim Rattan. Nim, welcome to the Unite Planet team. Well, it was a duo, now it's a team.
Thank you for having me, and thank you for letting me be a part of this great channel, this great place to learn. And I've learned so much from your interviews, from your videos. Yeah, thank you.
Mm-hmm. And thank you as well, because just by what we know of you and spoken to you, you know, we met in the counselling course.
Yes.
We know that you're going to bring, you know, some great stuff to the channel as well, which is why, of course, we invited you. We recognise that in you, so it's great to have you on board. But as an intro, if you'd like to tell us a little bit about you, and I suppose why you feel, you know, you agreed to join us.
Okay, so a little bit about me. I am middle-aged, as they call it. I am on a whole new path to what I was before COVID, and hence that's how we met, through counselling. I say recently because I still don't feel very familiar with the Midlands. I call it the North. I've moved from London to, I'm now based in Derby. It's interesting, actually, interesting change of lifestyle, pace of life. And yeah, I'm just adjusting. I'm still adjusting, but where life has brought me here to this place, I'm now on a new spiritual path, and this path has me, as they say, woke, and I'm experiencing new things, I'm learning new things, I'm seeing the world in a different light, and that's pretty much where I'm at, really, with life right now. And that's one of the reasons I agreed to join and be part of Unite Planet, because you guys are amazing. I love that you're spreading the message, you're trying to wake people up, and I feel like that's my mission as well. My sole mission, I guess, is to enlighten people, not to convert them, to change them, to, you know, make them choose what I'm choosing, but to inform them and encourage them to make their own decisions, and also just to wake up and see, you know, we there's so much information out there that we are being subliminally blocked by, like social media, fast food, all these things that are just blocking us to our natural pathways. And that I think for me is the most important thing, is finding our natural pathways to connecting with who we are. And yeah, so that's where I'm at, and that's why I'm joining you guys, because I think you guys are doing a brilliant job in trying to get the message out there.
With the whole Unite Planet thing with me and Paul, what we well, we're constantly on our journey, constantly learning. This is what we like to do with bringing guests on, is to learn from them as much as, I suppose, give them a platform and their information, their knowledge and their awareness a platform as well. So we're learning. Whenever we have guests, we're learning as well. It's great, you know. It's because, I mean, the whole thing about, I think what I see is being awake is knowing how little you actually know, and learning from that, you know. I always think that people who who claim to be awake and claim to know everything aren't really awake, because it's that understanding that, God, how little I knew and know, which is great for Unite Planet, I feel, is because it's learning for everyone, including us, of course. So yeah, so I get what you said there about the state of the life we're at and continually learning. This life is about learning, and it's just learning the right things. I feel, as we, as spiritual beings, I think is important. So yeah, I think it's great.
Yeah, every day's a school day, isn't it?
Definitely,
absolutely.
yes.
Yeah.
Nim, what was your first moment of yourself waking up a little bit? What was your first instance there?
That's a really interesting question, actually, because I have always okay, so I'm going to give you a little bit of background here. Don't want to bore anyone to death, but when I was younger, my mother is of Hindu religion and my father was of Sikh religion, and at school I was learning the Bible, and my mum had a friend who was Jehovah's Witness, and their sole mission is to teach as many people as possible the Jehovah's Witness Bible. So when I was really young, I think about 7, 8, I was learning Jehovah's Witness at home in the evenings, just so my mum's friend would get off her back. I was learning the Bible at school, and my mum and dad obviously teaching me their religions, and then I was just influenced by the community in the area that I lived in. And what I realised in learning all this is that, in my opinion, and this really is just my opinion, that it's all a load of rubbish. Sorry, I don't mean to be, I don't want to offend anyone, but it really is. They're all telling the same story with different conflicts. But the one thing I learned at a really early age with religion is that it's just a way to control people. It was like, be scared of this, be scared of that, fear this, fear that, make your decision based on, this is what's going to happen to you maybe in the afterlife, or this is going to happen to you, if you don't do this. And it's just all a lot of fear. And it was like, how can faith be full of fear? Isn't faith supposed to be full of love and peace and everyone becoming a community and banding together? So from a really young age and from experiences in growing up in school, I just realised that it's all a load of crap to me, and that's my personal opinion. And I wanted to believe in something, but I couldn't believe in a God, in a man, in the sky, and it's just something I've never gelled towards. So as I was getting older, I believed in energy because I could feel things. I've always been a natural empath, and so I could feel what people are feeling. I could experience emotions that weren't mine, and I've always had that. And everyone always said, "Oh, you're really sensitive. You're just really sensitive." They label things, and it's only until I got to maybe my 30s that I started to become aware of my natural gifts and abilities. But more in my 20s, I just kept saying, "Oh, I'm spiritual. I don't believe in anything." I did go through an atheist phase, where I kept saying for about maybe 4 years, 5 years, I'm an atheist, because I was so hell-bent on rebelling against what everyone else was doing. I wanted to just be the opposite, but I wasn't an atheist because I still believed in energy. But I went through that phase, and it was only until I met a group of atheists and I realized how hardcore they were and how negative actually they are as people, and what they do is no better than what religious fanatics do. They're still spreading hate and message through atheism. So I just realized, actually, no, that's not the label I want. That's not who I want to be part of. So I stepped away from that, and then I started to explore more. And my spiritual journey then started with, actually, I believe in energy. I understood a lot of teachings by Buddha. I started to open my mind that there is more, and we are connected. And it was just that one little thing, that we are connected, but there's no religion and there's no there's no teachings for that. This is something you have to feel and experience yourself. No one can guide. I mean, people can guide you there, yes, but the connection yourself is something is very personal, something you have to have with the cosmos, with the universe yourself. So my journey probably started when my dad died, which was end of my 20s, starting my early 30s, and I went traveling to South America for a year, and that is where it all sort of started to happen really slowly. And it hasn't been a fast a journey at all. It's been very slow, and it's taken me 10 years. I'm now 40, and I'm now at this point where I've really started connecting. I've really started learning. So it's taken me 10 years from figuring out that I am spiritual, saying I'm spiritual, to actually doing something about it. So now I'm actually I'm in tune more with the cosmos. I'm, connecting more. I'm now learning to read the Akashic records, which is so fascinating, and it's so beautiful. It's amazing what you can access when you just open your mind and you just breathe and open your mind, and the world is, everything is possible.
But I can definitely relate to you when going back to talking about religion and your movement into spirituality, really, because in my late 20s I went on a kind of a quest to try and learn as much as I could, or to immerse myself in different religions, go to different churches, and that started out with Jehovah's Witnesses, because my mum's close friends, or most of her life, have been Jehovah's Witnesses, and I had Bible studies with them and everything. When I started wanting to learn more, it seemed to me that at that age I wanted to be spiritual, but I didn't know where to go. I didn't know, so I was just going to every church I could go to, and nothing was really saying anything to me that that was really impacting me until much later. Because I kind of I thought, well, religion's not for me. But I've realised that years later, I suppose coming into United Planet, that instead of looking outwards, I should have been looking inwards. So it's a more eternal thing, spiritual thing, because you have to experience it, like you said, So I totally agree with you on that, and I can definitely relate to that. So yeah, it's great. Love it.
So where are we going to go then with United Planet, with all of us together? What do you want to do?
What do I want to do? Essentially, I want to heal people and help them find their true potential, and that's not just through counselling. Counselling's probably what's opened my mind even more, to be quite honest. I think all the self-awareness work has really helped open up my mind. But I want to help people help themselves, and I think maybe that's what I'm here to do. This is my path, and it's taken 40 years to get here, through life, through experience, through learning, through my own journey, to understand that, if I can self-heal, if I can deal with my demons, and I can be who I am today, then everyone has that potential. And I think that is what I'm here to do. I honestly believe, I'm here to just help people heal in one way or another. I don't know which ways, but, however I can.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's good. It's, I suppose, similar to me and you, Paul. We all think ourselves, I suppose, in the realm of like light workers.
Yeah.
Here, which is, I think, the basis of I suppose, uniting people and healing and helping.
Yeah.
So that's perfect.
I was going to say, it's about like labels, and getting rid of the labels, and just like say looking at it within rather than looking without. Looking further.
Yeah.
Could you imagine what the world would look like if all the labels were dropped? If religion, all the pockets that we're put into, all the little boxes, if all of that was just removed, all those invisible barriers that we put up ourselves, they were removed. If we all just, like that Michael Jackson video where they all hold hands and they're literally around the world. If everyone did that, imagine what this world could be. Imagine what our experience could be. It's just, I think that's the ultimate goal, even by joining, with you guys, joining forces and getting the message out there. The ultimate goal is to just, get rid of those invisible barriers and connect within, because once we connect within, we can connect outside with everyone else. And then you just see everything very differently.
Definitely. In fact, just today, I saw this quote. I can't remember if it's from it. Just flashed up on Facebook, saying that if you don't know who you are, then the world will quickly tell you. They'll give you a version of you, and that's the danger, isn't it? That's the danger. You're putting on all these kind of like labels and things that and barriers that just block your true self. So the world is pretty much the way it's set up, is giving you your identity instead of you yourself knowing who you are. And when you realize that, we realize we're all connected to everything. And it seems to me that whoever's running this world, they know they know that's the danger, and they try and keep us away from connecting as much as possible. And breaking through that, that's the thing, isn't it? Once you start to understand that there's a purpose, you start to get a purpose on where you want to go and the journey you want to go on. So it's great. And of course, I always associate Unite Planet, for me, is the perfect vehicle for me to do that through, you know, so it's great.
Yeah, brilliant. Well, Nim, it's great to have you on board, honestly, and I'll speak on as well as Jonny. It's great to have you on board. It really is,
Yeah,
and you know, there's going to be lots of great things ahead of us. Lots of interviews, road trips, a bit of comedy. You know, we'll do everything really.
Yeah.
So it's great to have you here with us, and yeah. So let's see what happens with the future, eh?
Oh, I'm so excited to be with you guys. Thank you so much for having me. Thank you.
Thank
Very
you.
welcome. Very welcome, Nim. Onwards and upwards.
It's the magic number. Yeah, it is. It's the magic number. Somewhere in that ancient mystic trinity, you get 3. It's the magic number. In the past, in the present, the future. Faith and hope and charity. In the heart and the brain and the body.